Hey guys. So today I'm going to talk about this party I went to recently, actually last weekend. Yeah, so this was like right after I got off work. So it was like around 11 o'clock at night, which kind of sucked, but it's okay. And the thing that was even worse was I had work at like right in the morning at 10 o'clock. So yeah, but anyways, so got off work, I came home, I got ready for the party, and like the theme of the party was like gangsters and pimps and stuff. So what I wear to work is like all I had close enough to a pimp, I guess. So I wore what I usually wear to work, and I added a tie and a stupid little hat. So I went to the party, and everyone there didn't dress up, so I felt like a retard, and I was like the only one there wearing like weird clothes, and everyone else was like all wearing casual clothes. Yeah, so as I got dropped off, I was like walking on like the road, like where the house is on. And I had no idea where it is, and like some guy yells at me. He's like, "Hey, cute outfit," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I look over, and it's like a huge house just bumping it. I'm like, "Oh, that's probably the party." Went in there, and as soon as I got entered into the party, I was instantly greeted by so much stuff like weed, drugs, people. Right? I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be lit." So I walk over to the beer pong table, and like my friend is right there. She's like, "Oh, hi," and I'm talking to her, and she gives me like a beer and stuff, and I'm like, "Hell yeah." Oh, and by the way, my friend was turning 21, so it was her 21st birthday. Forgot to mention that. So I go over there, and she hands me a beer, and I play beer pong with her like one round, and I do so shitty. I get like two balls in, and I'm like, I'm not drunk enough for this. So I'm like, I quit, and I go outside, and I get just toasted. No one knows I'm 17. They all think I'm like 22 or something, 'cause I don't know. They thought that's what they thought was happening. They never really thought a 17-year-old from a fucking high school would be at that party. But yeah, so I was like outside, and these guys got me baked as fuck because they liked me apparently, and I was like, I'm down. So as I like progressed more through the party, I realized that I have no idea how to bond with anyone here because I don't know a single person. So I was just kind of roaming around, like trying to make small talk. I talked to most people that had jewels, so like I talked to people who had jewels because it's just something to talk about. A few guys had vapes, so I talked to them about vapes as well. Um, yeah, so I was just kind of a loner there. I wish I brought a friend. That would have been cool. But yeah, I was just kind of walking around. So I headed downstairs about one point in the party, and as soon as I got downstairs, it was like a whole nother world. It was just like loud music. Everyone was dancing. It was lit. There was at least like 40 people down in like a small little room. It was like the size of like a kitchen. It was smaller than the kitchen basically, and it was just crammed full of people. So I had no idea what really to do, so I kind of walked over like towards the middle. I saw like some guys jeweling over in the corner, not in the corner, but like more like towards the back. So I went over to talk to them, and I realized right when I got over there they were complete nerds. So I was like, oh fuck, but I couldn't get away from them because I was stuck back there at that point. So I was kind of stuck talking to these two nerds about jewels, and they were like talking about my hat, and they're like, "So what kind of hat is that?" And I'm like, "The fuck should I know what kind of hat this is? It's a hat, dog." So that kind of sucked ass. And then basically, I realized I don't want to be down here because I don't know anyone. Wearing this stupid outfit, I don't know. I feel out of place in that point. So I went back upstairs, and I was back upstairs, and at this point, I'm like 2 or 3 beers in, so I'm feeling a little bit of buzz, right? So I walk over to the beer pong table, hoping that I can get like around the beer pong in. No one's like able to get me in because it's too late. Everyone's playing, so I was not able to get in. But some guy, he offered me to take a shot of some 40 English, and I didn't know at the time that he mixed a 40 English with Four Loco, and it's some I don't know what it's called, like a hammerhead or something. So I took the shot, and I guess to them, taking a shot of beer is like taking a shot of alcohol, of like vodka. So I fucking started chugging it because it tastes like beer, but with like a slight effect. And I was just feeling it, and I'm like, yes. Now I was getting somewhere. And then the guy fucking offers me to shotgun the whole entire thing. I'm like, okay, so remember, I have fucking work tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I was trying to tell this guy this. So my friend comes over, and she was like hanging out with me.
Yeah, you want to beer bong some liquor, bro? Oh yeah.
Beer bong some liquor.
She's like, he has work tomorrow at 10. And then he was all like, just do it for the boys. And I'm like, fuck, okay. So I beer bonged like most of it. I couldn't finish it because, you know, that's a shitload. 40 ounce going down your throat straight with Four Loko. That was fucking crazy. So basically, after that, the guys, I guess, just kind of floated away because that's all they really wanted to see. And the beer pong game was basically over at that point, so I kind of jumped in. Some guy across the table was like, hey, you playing beer pong? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm playing beer pong. And he sent some girl over my way, and no one knows still that I'm 17. So they all assumed I was like a junior in college, and I was just gonna play along with it. So they're like, so how old are you? And I'm like, fuck, how old is a junior in college? And I remember I'm hammered as shit, so I'm like 27. And they're like, wow, you look young for your age. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, what grade are you in? I'm like, I'm a junior. And I'm like, wow, okay. And I was like, yep. And she was like, I'm a freshman. And I'm like, oh, that's still awkward as fuck. But yeah, so I was playing beer pong with this freshman against this other two freshmen. And they had no idea I was 17. Basically, we were winning most of the time. But then the drunkenness hit me. And I was just doing shit. So I wasn't able to help. And I think like 20 minutes later is my friend's 21st birthday. Like it turned to 12 o'clock. So like everyone was upstairs. Like they were all cracking beers open at her 21st. So I had to get a beer. So I was already off my ass drunk. But she gave me a beer and I was like, fuck it. Do it for the boys or do it for 21st birthday. Yeah, so we all crack open some beers, and on her 21st birthday, it's lit. And then right as she turns 21, everyone leaves. And there's like 10 people in the whole house now. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I was just kind of hanging out there for another 30 minutes. I was trying to see if I knew anyone. Like I talked to you previously, there's no one. So at that point, I'd assumed just to leave. So I left. I was too drunk to call a taxi, so I jogged half a mile, got pizza. Then I called a taxi, went home, slept. Woke up the next morning at like 8:30, ate the rest of the pizza. Then went to work, and at work I was doing shitty the whole day. I wasn't hungover. I was just super tired, so I kept dropping shit. I was just fucking up all night, and yeah, that's basically how I ended up at a girl's 21st birthday party, and yeah, that's it. Bye bye.
Cause the gods only cheat to the face, putting you on game. G-coded, lames don't understand it. Got faded and made my lane just like I fucking planned it. Manic expression, getting high, keep me out of depression. Teaching every time I speak and see money the lesson. I'm what you get when you mix coke